Hello, my friends. Welcome to the English Learning Stories. Hello, and welcome to today's episode of Learn English with Stories. If you've ever struggled with understanding English, or if you've ever felt like speaking fluently is impossible, this episode is made just for you. We'll go through some exciting and effective ways to practice English using stories, slow English, and a powerful technique called shadowing. Now, you may be wondering, what is slow English? Slow English is the technique of speaking or listening to English at a slower pace. Many learners face difficulties when they hear fast English because it's hard to catch all the words. But by slowing down the pace, we can give our brains the time it needs to absorb the words and understand them clearly. Slow English helps you hear each word properly, understand its meaning, and get familiar with the rhythm of the language. You can compare it to learning a new dance move. If you speed up too much, you might trip, but if you slow down, you can practice each step carefully and master with ease. Why is slow English important? Well, think about it. When you listen to fast speech, you might miss some words, or you may not catch the right pronunciation. Slowing down helps us focus on each word and understand the rhythm. Over time, this builds a solid foundation that will help you speak naturally even at a faster pace. But that's not all. Today, we're also going to use a technique called shadowing. Shadowing means mimicking someone else's speech immediately after hearing it. It's like becoming their shadow. You repeat everything they say, from their pronunciation to the rhythm and tone. This technique is amazing for improving both listening and speaking skills. At first, shadowing can be difficult. You might not be able to match the speed or pronunciation perfectly, but don't worry. The more you practice, the better you'll get. Shadowing helps you build confidence and gives you the tools to speak English fluently and naturally. Now that you know about slow English and shadowing, let's practice these techniques with a story. Today's story is called The Brave Little Bird. I'll read the story at a slow pace, and I want you to repeat after me. Ready? Once upon a time, in a big green forest, there was a little bird named Max. Max was small, but he was very brave. Every day, he would fly high in the sky, exploring the world below. He had many friends, but his best friend was a wise old owl named Oliver. One day, Max noticed a dark cloud in the sky. It was coming closer and closer. Oh no, Max thought. What should I do? Max flew to Oliver and asked for help. Oh well, what should I do? A storm is coming. Oliver looked calm as he turned to Max. Don't worry, Max, he said. We'll figure this out together. Max felt a little better after hearing Oliver's words. They waited as the storm passed. The wind calmed, and soon the sun came out again. Max realized that even when things seemed scary, he could always ask for help from a friend. Max thanked Oliver and promised to be brave no matter what challenges came his way. Great job. Now, let's go over some of the sentences from the story again. This time, I'll read them slowly, and I want you to repeat each sentence right after me. Remember, this is shadowing. Mimic my pronunciation, rhythm, and tone. Max was small but very brave. Max noticed a dark cloud in the sky. Max flew to Oliver for help. Max looked at the dark cloud, then turned to Oliver for help. Oliver looked wise, his feathers slightly ruffled by the wind. Max thanked Oliver and promised to be brave, no matter what challenges came his way. Now that we've practiced shadowing the story, let's take a moment to really understand what happened. Max, the little bird, faced something that many of us experience in life: fear. But instead of facing the storm alone, he asked for help. This is something you can apply to your own life too. whenever you feel scared or uncertain. Remember that asking for help is a strength, not a weakness. Just like Max asked for help from Oliver, you can ask for help in any situation, whether it's in learning English or facing life's challenges. There's no shame in asking for support. Let's continue practicing with some more sentences. I'll read each sentence slowly, and you repeat after me. Pay attention to how your mouth moves when you speak the words. Max was small but very brave. Every day, Max would fly high in the sky. Max had many friends, but his best friend was a wise old owl named Oliver. Max looked at the dark cloud and felt a little scared. Oliver smiled at Max and said, "Don't worry, Max. We'll figure this out together." Max realized that asking for help was the best way to face his fears. While practicing shadowing, there are a few things you can keep in mind to make it easier and more effective. Don't worry about being perfect. The goal is to practice, not a sound. Exactly the same. Focus on improving your pronunciation and rhythm over time. Repeat as much as you need to. If a sentence is difficult, don't move on until you feel comfortable with it. Repeat it multiple times until you get it right. Record yourself. It helps to hear your own voice and compare it with the original. You can make adjustments and track your progress. Use stories, podcasts, or videos. Anything that interests you can be used for shadowing. The more you enjoy it, the easier it will be to practice. That's it for today's episode of Learn English with Stories. I hope you found this lesson helpful and enjoyable. Remember, using slow English in shadowing is an amazing way to practice speaking fluently and understanding English better. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to like and subscribe. Don't forget to share it with anyone who wants to improve their English. Keep practicing, and I'll see you in the next episode. Until then, happy learning. If you enjoyed this video, please give a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. For more English stories and lessons, hit the bell icon to get notified when we post new videos. Your support means a lot to us. See you next time.